Welcome to the deep dive, where we take your sources and really dig into them to find those golden nuggets of insight. We want to help you cut through all the noise.
That's the plan.
And today we're looking into a story that, well, it really makes you think about appearances versus reality. It's quite fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely. Today we're unpacking a classic from the CBSE Class 10 English Reader. It's A Question of Trust by Victor Canning.
Right.
It might be a short story, but wow, it's packed with twists.
Hmm.
Really makes you question, who you can trust.
Okay, so get ready. We're going to explore the characters, what actually happens, and most importantly, what this story tells us about trust, deception, maybe even a bit about morality.
And we'll definitely touch on whether our main character, Horace Danby, is more of a villain or maybe a victim.
Interesting question. Okay, let's get into the story itself first. Lay it out for everyone.
Sounds good.
At its heart, A Question of Trust is about Horace Danby. He's around 50, not married, and runs a successful locksmith business.
Yeah, and everyone sees him as this good, honest citizen.
Yeah.
Respectable.
But that's just the surface, isn't it?
Oh, completely. What's really intriguing is his secret. He absolutely loves rare, expensive books.
Okay.
So much so that he actually robs one safe every single year just to buy them.
Wow, okay. That's quite the habit.
It is. And he even did time for it years ago in a prison library, ironically enough. It's this passion or maybe obsession.
So the story really kicks off one afternoon in July. Horace has spent 2 weeks planning his next job.
Meticulously.
Right. He's targeting a house called Shotover Grange, lots of valuable jewels inside. He knows the family's away in London, the servants are out.
Gone to the movies.
Going to the movies, right? He feels pretty confident, though, maybe a little bothered by his hay fever.
He really is a planner. Knows where the kitchen key is hidden, wears gloves, no fingerprints.
Smart.
And he even knows the dog's name, Sherry, and calms it down. His target. A safe behind a painting.
In the drawing room. And inside, jewels worth about 15,000 pounds. A big score.
A very big score.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets to work.
But then, achoo! The hay fever kicks in. He sneezes.
And that's the moment things change, isn't it?
Totally. Because
Yeah.
suddenly there's this calm, quite firm voice. Someone asks him if it's a cold or hay fever.
Yeah. And who is it? It's a young woman, pretty, dressed in red.
And she acts completely at ease, like she belongs there.
Totally owns the space.
Yeah.
She even tells the dog, Sherry, what to do. She's caught Horace, red-handed.
Right. So Horace tries to talk his way out. He even tries to, scare her a bit.
Doesn't work, though. She's completely unfazed.
No. So he pleads, says he's not really a danger to society. He only steals from rich people.
And he really, really hates prison.
Yeah.
Makes that clear.
Yeah. And she seems to listen. She even says something like she always liked the wrong kind of people.
Interesting line. Then she picks up a silver box, takes out a cigarette.
And Horace, desperate to, make a good impression or something.
Yeah, maybe trying to be helpful.
He takes off his gloves to light it for her.
Ah, that's it. The crucial mistake. We need to remember that bit.
Definitely. Because then she tells him she's the lady of the house.
Right. And she needs a favor.
She says she's forgotten the safe combination and needs the jewels for a party tonight.
Uh-huh. A likely story.
And she asks Horace to open it for her. Promises she won't call the police if he does.
And Horace. He buys it. He's so relieved, so eager to get out of there.
He quickly cracks the safe, gives her the jewels, and leaves feeling pretty pleased with himself. Thinks he's dodged a bullet.
Yeah, he keeps his side of the bargain, doesn't cause any trouble for 2 days, probably planning which books to buy.
But then, day 3 arrives, his book-buying dreams shattered. A policeman arrests him.
For the jewel robbery at Shotover Grange.
And why? His fingerprints. All over the room because he took off his gloves.
To light that cigarette. Unbelievable.
And the real kicker?
Go on.
No one believes his story about the young woman in red. The actual lady of the house, the wife. She's described as a gray-haired, sharp-toned woman of 60.
Definitely not the woman Horace met.
Not at all. She says his story is just nonsense. So Horace ends up back in prison.
As an assistant librarian, no less. The irony just keeps coming.
And apparently he gets really angry whenever anyone talks about honor among thieves.
Well, you can understand why, can't you? His experience completely demolishes that idea.
Okay, so that's the story in a nutshell. Now let's unpack what it all means. What are the big themes here for you, for the listener?
Well, the central theme has got to be trust, right? Or maybe the complete lack of it.
And how easily it's exploited.
Exactly. Horace trusts the woman's appearance, her cool confidence, her story. He trusts she's who she says she is.
He even trusts her because he thinks they're sort of colleagues, both outside the law.
Yeah, in the same profession, as he might think. It's a misplaced trust built on assumptions.
Which leads straight into deception. The story is just layers of it.
It really is.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks Horace is this honest guy, but nope, he's a thief.
And then the young woman arrives and plays him completely.
Masterfully. She uses his own situation, his own skills against him. She's a real mastermind here. She deceives him utterly.
It makes you think about how easily we can be fooled by appearances.
Definitely. And that brings up the irony. Oh, the irony in this story.
It's everywhere. Horace, the careful, planning thief.
Gets totally outsmarted by someone much more cunning, much more spontaneous, it seems.
He dreads prison, and that's exactly where he ends up. Because he trusts someone he shouldn't have.
And that whole idea of honor among thieves.
Yeah.
Just blown apart for him. It's quite biting, the irony.
Okay, let's talk about Horace himself, though. We asked earlier, is he a villain or a victim? What's the verdict?
Well, he's definitely a villain in the legal sense, right? He's a thief. He breaks into houses. He plans crimes.
Yeah, he cuts phone wires. He was ready to potentially threaten the woman at first. He steals every year.
For his own pleasure, essentially. Yeah. His love of books doesn't really excuse the breaking and entering. So, yeah, villain points there.
You can also see him as a victim, can't you?
Yeah. You absolutely can. He's completely manipulated. The woman uses his skills, his predicament, everything against him.
She plays on his desire to escape, his assumption.
And he's the one who ends up caught while she presumably gets away with everything scot-free.
His motive, the books, while still illegal, feels maybe less malicious than just wanting jewels. It almost makes you feel a tiny bit sorry for him, almost.
It does humanize him a bit. So maybe the best way to put it is he's a villain who falls victim to an even more successful, perhaps more ruthless villain.
Yeah, the story really muddies the waters of morality, doesn't it? Who do you root for? Who deserves what happens?
It leaves you thinking. There's no simple answer.
So wrapping up this deep dive into a question of trust, it really hits home how appearances aren't everything.
Not at all. And how trust, or maybe misplaced trust, can be someone's downfall.
Horace thought he had everything under control, all planned out.
But he misjudged the situation, misjudged the person completely, learned a very hard lesson.
It really makes you think about that saying mentioned in the story.
Right. It is said that you must set a thief to catch a thief.
But it is also said that there is honor among thieves.
Which saying does this story really support, in your view?
Yeah.
Or does it maybe challenge both?
That's a great question to leave our listeners with. How often do we make judgments based just on the surface, without digging deeper?
Something to ponder.
Definitely. Keep that question in mind, and thanks for joining us on this deep dive.